Hey, welcome back to the Love Your Naked Ass podcast, the Midlife Rebellion edition. I am so excited for today's episode because we're diving into something I believe every woman in midlife needs to hear, whether she likes it or not. Building muscle after 40 is not optional. It's essential. So if you've been struggling to get consistent, if your body feels softer than it used to, if you start and stop workouts like it's a part-time hobby, and if you're tired of feeling frustrated with yourself, then this episode is your wake-up call. I believe it's also your permission slip to start again without shame, without excuses, and without waiting for life to calm down. Because newsflash, it never does. After 40, your body isn't responding the way she used to. She's in a new season, a season of intentional strength. And whether you're ready or not, midlife is here asking you to show up. So today we're going to dig in and talk about why strength training is the single biggest game changer for women over 40. We're going to talk about what actually happens to your metabolism and hormones as you age, why consistency matters more than motivation, how to get back on track even when life knocks you off of it, because I'm telling you, it will, and why perfection has absolutely zero place in this conversation. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Love Your Naked Ass podcast, the Midlife Rebellion edition. I'm your host, Kimberly Riggins, health and life coach, holistic nutritionist, and your go-to bullshit detector for all things midlife. If you've ever rolled your eyes at the phrase aging gracefully, you're my kind of rebel. Because midlife isn't about slowing down. It's about showing up, speaking up, and maybe flipping a few tables along the way. So grab your coffee or your cocktail. I'm not here to judge. It's time we raise some hell, laugh a little, and love our naked asses again. Let's do this. Let me take you back for a minute because this didn't fall apart overnight. I wasn't just someone who loved fitness. I used to be a personal trainer. Strength training was my entire world. I knew the science. I lived the consistency. I literally taught other people how to build muscle, how to stay motivated, and keep showing up even when their life got super busy. It was part of my identity. And then life started stacking. I got married. I had Grayson. I was building a life just like everybody else. I was juggling motherhood and marriage and a full-time job. And then my dad got cancer. And not long after that, I found out I had cancer too. So now I wasn't just supporting someone I loved through illness, I was navigating it myself. Appointments, fear, uncertainty, and still trying to keep everything moving because that's what women do, right? We don't just stop, we adapt and we carry on regardless of what's going on around us. Then my dad died. And before I had the space to fully process that loss, I found out my mom had cancer too. That meant more hospitals, more caregiving, more bracing myself and my family for what might come next. And then I lost her too. Life didn't gently shift. It cracked me open in ways I couldn't have predicted. Not in one moment, but over years of responsibility, survival, and grief layered on top of each other. And while all that was happening, I also did what so many women do without even realizing it. I put everyone else first. I put my son's schedule above my own. I put my responsibilities above my well-being. I put my family's needs above my body's needs. Yep, that was me. And here's the truth. None of it was intentional. I didn't wake up one day and think, yeah, I'm done caring for myself. Nope. It happened quietly, slowly, softly. And before I even knew it, the consistent, strong, disciplined trainer version of myself was completely gone. Here's the part that stung the most. Even with all of my knowledge, even knowing exactly what I was supposed to do, I still fell off the wagon. And I felt ashamed. I felt weak. I felt like a freaking hypocrite. But eventually, after the grief wave softened, just enough for me to see myself clearly, I realized something. I am not fucking perfect. I never was. And I never will be. But you know what I am? I am someone who gets back up. Listen, life knocked me down hard. But the only person who could decide whether I stayed down was me. And once I decided to get back up on the horse, everything shifted. Not overnight, not dramatically, not perfectly, but consistently. And that's why this episode matters so damn much. Because if someone who lived fitness for years like myself can fall off, then Rebel, you are not broken for struggling too. Let's talk about this. Muscle after 40 requires intention, period. Let's break down what nobody explains clearly to women. Your body is changing, and she needs strength training now more than ever. Here's what's happening behind the scenes. You lose 3 to 8% of muscle every decade after 30. Doesn't that sound fun? This impacts everything. Your strength, your metabolism, your posture, energy, balance. And if that's not fun enough, your estrogen starts to decline. And estrogen supports muscle. So basically, if you have less estrogen, that equals muscle loss, plus more fat storage, plus slower recovery. Here's the next thing. Cardio alone doesn't solve this anymore. Yes, cardio burns calories in the moment, but muscle burns calories all day long. So what does that mean? That means strength training is the number one tool for midlife, hands down, period. It helps with hormone balance, mood regulation, blood sugar, bone density, inflammation, longevity, and body composition. Strength training isn't about aesthetics. It's about functional, powerful, vibrant living. Which brings me to my next point. Consistency is always greater than motivation. Always. Listen, motivation is cute. Motivation is fun. Motivation gets you through like 2 workouts. But strength comes from consistency. Consistency means you show up even when you're tired. And for us, that's most days. Consistency means you work out even when you're not feeling it. Hello? I wasn't feeling like working out today, but I made myself do it. You're not always going to have days where you want to do that, but you do it anyway. You stop waiting for Monday. You stop restarting every time you mess up. And you accept that your results are going to come slowly, and you show up anyway. This isn't a quick fix at all. Your body doesn't respond to what you intend to do. She responds to what you actually do. And guess what? Showing up imperfectly still counts. Because even after all of these years, I still don't always follow through. I still mess up. The difference between me and other people is I don't allow my excuses to win. I keep getting back up and I keep moving forward. Which brings me to the next point. Strength begins in your mind, and then it shows up in your body. So if you're telling yourself, I'm too old, I'm too tired. I don't have the time. I'll start when things lighten up. Guess what? Your body's listening. Strength training is physical, yes, but showing up is mental. Every rep is proof you can do hard things. Every workout is a vote for the woman you're becoming. Every consistent week is a message to your body, I choose you. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience, and that's the most powerful place you can be. So, Rebels, let me give you your first, yes, your first, because you have 2 this week, action steps. For the next 30 days, no excuses. We're going to do 30 days of movement. So what does that look like? For the next 30 days, I am asking you to strength train 3 to 4 times a week. I'm asking you to walk, stretch, or do some light movement on your other days. And I'm not talking about doing it for 2 hours or all of a sudden joining a 12-week challenge that will totally kick your ass because you haven't done anything yet. No, I'm talking about 10 to 20 minutes. That does count, ladies. Here's the thing. Showing up matters more than killing it. This isn't about punishment. This is about recommitment. Let's talk about your action step number 2. While you're doing these 30 days of movement, I want you to track one thing. And we're not talking about your weight on the scale, and we're not talking about the calories that you eat. I want you to track your reps, the weights you use, photos that you take before or after your workout, how your energy feels, how you're sleeping, or what your moods are like. Pick one. Tracking is accountability without shame, and it shows the micro wins that build your confidence back brick by brick. We'll get into calories and food at a later episode. All right, so here's what I want you to remember. Your body is not fighting against you. She's waiting for you. She's waiting for consistency. She's waiting for strength. She's waiting for intentionality. You don't need perfection. You don't need a 6-week program or challenge or whatever. You don't need motivation. You need to show up for yourself again and again and again. Your midlife body is powerful. She is ready and she is capable and she is asking you to rise. And if you want a simple place to start, no overwhelm, no complicated plans, I put together a strength training starter kit just for you. This will help you build consistency without burning yourself out. You can grab it free in the show notes. All right, one last thing before you go, Rebel. Later this month, and I'm so excited, on my birthday, I'm opening up something brand spanking new. I built this just for you, women in midlife who are tired of piecing this together alone. And seriously just want tools and support that actually make sense for this season of your life. So if you want recipes, clarity, community, accountability, and a place that helps you stay consistent, watch your inbox. You'll want to be in the first round. And since we're already talking about taking ownership of your body and your strength, let me tell you what's coming up next week. Next week, we're diving into a topic every woman in midlife has battled: breaking the dieting cycle. Yep, we're going there. We're unpacking why dieting destroys your metabolism, how diet culture targets midlife women specifically, why restriction actually leads to massive weight gain, how hormones influence hunger and cravings, and how to eat in a way that supports strength, joy, and confidence. It's going to be powerful. Don't miss it. And that's a wrap for this week's episode of the Love Your Naked Ass podcast, the Midlife Rebellion edition. If you're loving the show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. drop a rating or leave a review. Because we're not here to tweak the old narrative. We're here to torch it, rewrite it, and make damn sure every woman knows midlife is her prime. Don't forget to join me on Substack at Rebel Midlife, where we get raw, real, and a little rebellious about what it means to thrive in this chapter. I'm Kimberly Riggins, signing off with this reminder: midlife isn't a crisis, it's your comeback story. Catch you next time, Rebel.